beautiful entrepreneurs. Hello, money makers. I am so glad you are here. Oh, today is Valentine's Day, you smushy love bears. And for some reason, my video yesterday didn't even, I don't know if I got sucked into some weird Facebook thing, but I'm going to do 2 videos today. This one and one more in a couple of hours, okay? So you're not getting your gifts. Although I'm changing up the title of this one a little bit. So what I want to talk about today is, what do we do? Well, let me back up for a second. Hello, my name is Misty Petrella. I'm a transformational business coach and intuitive, and I help you bring your really big purpose in this world. The one you are like, I gotta do this. The one you're excited about, your mission, the thing that brings you to life. I help you attach that to actual income, because if you don't have both, you don't have a business. And you and your business both need that income to live on. And what kind of income? The regular kind. This isn't a 10K group. It's not whatever that means for you. You get to decide. But most importantly, it's regular. Okay, so when we're in the process of trying to make income, especially maybe you're launching something, or you're releasing your brand new your business baby out into the world, or you have a new idea, right? We get a vision of how we want it to go, the perfect way. I'm going to sell 12 of these, and I'm going to, whatever it is, I'm going to make $5,000 or whatever your thing is, right? What do you do if it's not going well? What do you do if the actions you're taking aren't creating the results you want? So you're seeing this thing you've created not happen. What do you do? How do you turn that around? Has that happened to anyone? Has it happened recently? Feel free. If you're here, I can't always see everyone, so please let me know. If that's happened to you, hit yes, just comment. Yes, been there. Anything that, because if everything you've ever created works out every time, boom, high five to you. You do not need to be in this group. You've already made it, right? But for many of us, when we're trying to create something, maybe it's the first time you've run a product or a new service, or like I said, you're launching. What do you do if you're not getting the results you want? So number one, I take a moment and step back, okay? And it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying a week or anything like that, but if it's not going the way you want, pouring that energy of fixing it, that heavy energy into it, isn't going to solve it. Okay? So what I would recommend for you first, if you find that your launch or something isn't quite going the way you want, is to stop. Because you don't want to pour more, hey sweets, you don't want to pour energy into that isn't going to help you. Okay? So if you find that the thing that you're working on isn't working, which is a completely natural part of the process, right? In the act of creating anything, you're gonna bump around in it. That's part of the process. So even realizing that it's not necessarily always gonna work the first time is something I want you to keep in mind. And if you need to, if you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed by the fact that it's not working, you need to stop for a second. Because that energy, there's no way that energy is going to solve it. It isn't. Okay? So take a step back from what you're working on. That's number one. I also recommend in there that if you find things aren't going the way you want and you're starting to really stress about it, that you do some things for you that are fun. I know that sounds crazy, okay? But here's why I'm saying this. I believe that everything you already have asked for and want, all of those requests you've already made of the universe. You have. But for some reason, you're not vibrating at the space where receiving those things is natural and easy. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you're not. It's natural. Okay? But here's how we fix that. If you find that you aren't manifesting the way your vision, you sent it out into the world, probably you're not feeling that great. Now, I'm making an assumption there, but have you ever manifested something you really wanted not feeling good? Has anyone done that? I would love to hear from you if you have, because that is magical. If you have, that is magical. But what I find is that things are, and I'm not the first person to say this, guys. This is Abraham Hicks all over the place. And I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing her piece of information because it's true. If you find that things aren't working, step back from the thing and go do something that changes your energy. Maybe it's something that's fun. Maybe you need to be out in nature, whatever that thing is for you. If you don't know what that thing is for you that uplifts you when you really need it, then you got to go figure out what that is, because your job as a business owner is to understand that so that you can make it easier for yourself. My self-care is built into my business strategy, and I do it first before I work every day. And when I do, clients show up, answers show up, the solution shows up, the thing I need, the inspiration that I need to take my next step shows up. So if you find that things aren't going well, step back from what you're doing. I don't mean forever, I mean for a half hour, for an hour. Go see a movie, go just break the energy of what you are. And you know what I mean when I say this, when you're like, I need to figure it out. I got to figure it. If I just figure out the next step, I can figure it out. That energy is never going to solve it. Not going to happen. So take a step back. Go do something that is live. It makes you feel alive. It doesn't have to be, entire first 2 steps could be in 1 hour. Okay. I'm not saying don't be in your launch. Okay. What I'm saying is shift your energy. It will all start to feel easier. Promise you that. I've experienced it myself. And I'm going to be, guys, my last year was terrible. Terrible. I had so many personal things happen in 1 year that what to do when it's not going well was the thing I was forced to deal with. And we're not talking about business stuff. I mean, my stepdad passed away. My sister had a baby. We moved my parents cross country. I have a handful of things, really intense things that happened in a very short period of time. So working on my business, trying to force it, was never going to be an option. It just wasn't. But what I do know is that every time I was able to step back from that energy, see, it's making me all upset now. Every time I was able to step back from that for a moment and break that energy of and quite frankly, the energy that comes up here when it's not going well, that I've fallen into, is that I'm a victim to this. I'm a victim to what's happening. That is a old pattern that I have held on to since I was 18 months old, before I was even conscious of it. Okay? And what I'm telling you is if you find yourself in that, I'm a victim to what's happening, I'm a victim to nobody buying my thing, I'm a victim to these circumstances happening around my business, I'm a victim because nobody will watch my stuff, nobody's commenting on it's always right? If you find yourself in the victim mode when it's not going well, you will just end up creating more of that. Guaranteed. I've proven it for myself. Okay? So, in order to stop manifesting victim mode, which you will do if you don't break that energy, is to step back and change it. If you are feeling like a victim to your business or what's happening, you are in fact not a co-creator of it any longer. And I got to tell you, when I had those 4 things happen really close together last year, I consider myself a highly empowered person. I fell straight into my old pattern of being a victim. And it was intense. And if I can get out of that, so can you. Absolutely. Okay? You are not a victim. And as a matter of fact, if you're an entrepreneur, you are a co-creator. You are. You need to be. You have far more control over, and mostly it has to do with this, not that. So when it's not going well, take a step back and shift your energy. It's completely possible. Now, here's what I want to warn you about if it's not going well. It is quite possible that if it's not going the way you want, if your launch isn't going the way you want, if the thing you're trying to create isn't going the way you want, it's probably because you've put it on a pedestal in some way. You've made the outcome up here. You put it up here. You made it special, more important, outside of your natural ability to create it given what you're already doing. If you're doing that, if you're making this, I need this next $5,000, I need this next whatever. If you find that that thing, you've made it special or more important than here and being a normal balanced thing that would normally, I'm trying to show you my hand right out in front of me in my heart, right? If you find that the thing you're trying to create is outside of your heart, it will be very difficult to create because you've made it special. You've put it on a pedestal. It's important. If something is on a pedestal, you look up to it. You are in not fact have the ability to create it because you have made it outside of your ability to create it. You put it up here. So if you find that you've made the outcome of the thing you're working on special, important, way up here, outside of your, above your own, see how my hand is above my head? You know when you put something on a pedestal, it's way up there above you, above your ability to do it. As soon as you do that, you're making it very difficult to create. I've done that too. Right? This whole group is about getting to that regular income, and we can put getting to that regular income on this pedestal. So what I want you to do, if you find that it's not going well and you've put the outcome of this thing you're trying to create on a pedestal, I want you to take your beautiful foot out to the side and kick the shit out of that pedestal because it's not helping you. Your clients, the people that you are trying to serve, need you. And if you're putting your ability to serve them back above you, how are you going to serve? What I would love for you instead is to put that objective or that goal in your heart and make it a natural extension of what you're doing. A complete possibility in the realm of creation, not impossible. Lower that pedestal. It's just not necessary and it's not helping you. And I've done it. Oh, God, it hurts. So kick that pedestal out of the way. All right? And number 3, what to do when it's not going well. Now, this is the first 2 are more based on yourself and the way you're thinking about your mindset about what you're trying to create. The third one is tactical and real, okay? So if you've taken strategies that aren't working, you need new strategies. Okay? I'm not saying stop what you're doing. I'm saying add something else in. Maybe you've been trying to sell something just through email. Maybe you need a couple JV partners to help you get to your goal. What I'm telling you is there's always a business solution to getting to where you want to go. And if you are feeling unable to come up with that solution, either get support, feel free to contact me, just private message me, or do the self-work and help yourself get there. Step away from your freaking computer. Go do something you enjoy. When that energy, when you shift, like I've said 12 times, when you shift that energy, the possibilities, the inspiration, the downloads, they come, they come. But you can't do that. There's no way you're receiving that if you're like, I'm a victim and this thing sucks and I can't do it anymore and I want to quit. You know why it won't? Because I've tried it so many times. I've been in business for myself for 7 years now. I've tried it. It just doesn't work. Okay. So look, my kitty's showing up. I don't know if you can see his little face. There he is. His name is Pema. Hello. Okay. Sidebar. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about. Okay. There are a million ways, literally a million ways to create what you want. It's not like, and I keep saying kick the blueprint because I'm so sick of these blueprints, okay? If you do these 5 things, you will succeed. It's not necessarily true. You have your, oh, there's a cat butt. You have your very own business. You have your very own issues behind it. There are your very own personal reasons why it hasn't happened. And if you don't deal with those personally, not from a blueprint, creating success can be really difficult, okay? So those are my 3 pieces of advice when it's not going well. And believe me, not going well is a natural part of the act of co-creating. You didn't start walking without falling. You didn't start eating without getting it all over your face a million times before you actually got the food in your mouth. Right? It not going well is a natural part of the creation process, and you need to even expect it in your launches. Okay? This is why we build in other things, like, you know, it's not just one thing that most successful launches are created by, like email. You know, people, really successful things are like JV partners and email and social media and doing a little this and a little that and sort of spreading it around. Okay? So it's okay if it doesn't go well. What's most important is that you know that you have the ability to fix it. And you absolutely are not a victim, my love. You just aren't. You are a powerful co-creator of your business and of your life. And as soon as you step into that victim role, which maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but if you are, you're giving away your power to co-create. Just are. Okay? So that's my video number 1 for the Day of Love, guys. Let me know what you think. Was this helpful? Please let me know what you think. I want to know. It's important that these things are helpful for you guys, to me anyway. So please let me know. Let me know if you've tried any of these things before and what your outcomes were, right? Let me know, please. Also, I'd love to know if you're doing anything fun for Valentine's Day. Hubba, hubba. All right, beautiful entrepreneurs and love warriors. I just want to say thank you for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. And if you are feeling super stuck, reach out to me, please. It's just no reason. I mean, just we could have a quick chat probably and start to fix things, okay? So it is Valentine's Day. So please, what I am offering you right now is if you need support today, especially on a day of love like this, reach out to me. We'll get on a quick call. It's no big deal. I'm happy to support you, okay? Completely on me, okay? Because I love you. And I want you out there doing your work in the world because we need you. Just look around. I love you guys. Mwah. I'll see you in a couple of hours, okay? I'll do my next video. Take care, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.